Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana. Yesterday, William Ruto was in Western Kenya, the Mulembe Nation. And then William Ruto gave out a speech that was seen as attacking Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Amolo Odinga. And this is just coming at the backdrop of William Ruto's offer to reconcile or to mediate with President Uhuru Kenyatta. So that speech yesterday, I know from where I sit, might have shocked some Kenyans who maybe felt that Uhuru and Ruto were just about to reconcile. So I want you to listen to this short clip of William Ruto as he attacks Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Amolo Odinga. For that, this video right now, or rather that clip, is going to form the basis of our analysis and discussion today. So if in case you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very first time, kindly subscribe and also give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Thank you. God bless you. Have a look at this short clip.
Sasa ndio mjue iko madharau hii Kenya. Mnanisikia? Sasa nyinyi, si mnajua mimi nilimfanyia campaign Raila 2007 mpaka karibu nifungwe huko Hague. Ama nilimsaidia mimi, si nimesaidia rafiki yangu Uhuru Kenyatta? Ama kwani ilikuwa giza kwa hii Kenya, si watu walikuwa wanaona? Si nimemsaidia mpaka amekuwa rais? Ati sasa saa hizi wameungana hawa watu wote kusema huyu Ruto ni mtu ambaye hajulikani, baba yake hajulikani, ati hafai kuwa rais. Watu hawache mchezo bwana. Hapana. Hapana. No. Hapana. Mimi tutawaonyesha safari hii, hata mtoto wa single mother, hata mtoto wa mtu wa aina yoyote anaweza kuwa rais kwa hii taifa la Kenya. Hapana, wakwende kabisa. No. Hapana. Hapana. Ama ni aje? Sio watu wanatuletea jam. Sasa nyinyi mkiniona hivi, kama mimi nilisaidia Uhuru Kenyatta, tumejenga reli, tumejenga barabara, tumefanya hii kazi yote, kwani mnaona sasa mimi ni...
From that short clip, because we are in a game of politics, there are 6 things that comes out very, very clearly from that clip of William Ruto attacking Uhuru Kenyatta and also attacking Raila Amolo Odinga. The first thing that comes out very clearly is that William Ruto is not sincere about his reconciliation with President Kenyatta, but is just playing politics. Just about, it's not even more than a week now, just some days, William Ruto offered, or rather extended an olive branch that he could reconcile or mediate with the president without any condition. And you will also agree largely with me that the president and his team, they have been accusing William Ruto of disrespecting the president. And that is something that I know might have also caused the friction between William Ruto and the president. And then just days after he had offered himself for a mediation without any conditions, he is still going on attacking the president. So that shows William Ruto is not really genuine about the reconciliation. He was just making a correct political statement, maybe to hoodwink residents of Mount Kenya, that they're still together with the president, or maybe they're just about to make up with the president for his own political reasons on the mountain. So he's not genuine about the reconciliation he has been talking about. That's number one. The second thing that comes out very, very clearly from that clip is that the reconciliation is just but a pipe dream, something that might not be realized until maybe after 2022 election. Or maybe if there had been some attempt behind the scenes to reconcile these two leaders, those attempts might have collapsed or flopped. From that speech, ladies and gentlemen, you will also agree with me that if there was some serious behind the scene attempts or efforts ongoing to reconcile President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy, then William Ruto could have not come out that boldly to attack Uhuru Kenyatta. He could have a little bit played it a little bit safe. But from that clip, he is attacking the president directly. That the president has teamed up with the likes of Raila Amolo Odinga to thwart his presidential bid next year. That's a direct attack, just a confirmation that the reconciliation, it might have flopped behind the scene, or maybe it's just a pipe dream. It does not exist. And then thirdly, from that clip again, you can see clearly that Uhuru and Raila are reading from the same page as of now. Their political alliance is still strong and intact. For a senior politician in the make of William Ruto, a whole deputy president, to come out and in broad daylight to state that the president and Raila Amolo Odinga have ganged up against him. I know he might have stated that with some kind of background information. He might have gotten some kind of intelligence that Uhuru and Raila are together and they have gone up against him. So it also proves, because he just made the statements yesterday, it also just proves that as of now, Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Amolo Odinga, their union and their political alliance is still intact, still strong, no cracks. That one also comes out very, very clearly. Because you know, in Kenya, one day is like the biblical 1,000 years. So if the statement were made yesterday, then it just shows that, as I talk, Uhuru and Raila, their marriage and union is still intact, still strong. And then fourthly, ladies and gentlemen, from that speech, William Ruto is coming out to admit that actually President Uhuru Kenyatta is not willing to support him for presidency for next year. He's just confirming it to Kenyans that the president is reluctant and most likely will not support his presidential bid next year. That's an admission by William Ruto himself from his own mouth. And I'm saying that because some Ruto supporters, some Tanga hustler supporters, they still believe, they have these illusions, this nostalgia, that maybe Uhuru Kenyatta, maybe out of nowhere, through some miracles, might support William Ruto for presidency next year. But now William Ruto is actually confirming to them that that's out. It's not possible. Uhuru Kenyatta will not support him. I think William Ruto is just confirming that to Kenya. So that message, I feel it's meant for the Tanga lead supporters who still harbor such nostalgic moments when Uhuru and Ruto were together. That marriage is over. Uhuru will not support William Ruto for presidency next year, going by that statement yesterday. As of now, as things stands today, Uhuru is reluctant and might not support William Ruto for presidency next year. And then, fifthly, ladies and gentlemen, that statement or rather speech also confirms that in Kenyan politics in Kenya, there are no permanent friends or permanent enemies, but just permanent interests. If you can rewind your clock to about, let's say about 7 years, if you can take yourself back to 7 years, or rather in the first Jubilee government, when they first came to power, and then you compare what was happening at that time, and then you look at what is happening today, then it confirms that in Kenya, there are no permanent friends or enemies in terms of politics. If you can remember, the bromance that was being exhibited by the duo of Uhuru and Ruto, wearing matching outfits, and William Ruto castigating the opposition, watu wa kukaa kwa lami, telling them that they should join the government. Oh, how proud William Ruto was in those days. William Ruto was too confident in those days that the president was ultimately going to support his bid for the presidency. And even the president, even in some of his speeches, he was making it appear that already he had blessed and endorsed William Ruto. But today, things are different. William Ruto is crying foul. Uhuru's main competitor is now coming out as Uhuru's main political ally. While Uhuru's main political ally in 2013 is coming out as Uhuru's fiercest critic. Yes. Politics in Kenya, we don't have permanent friends or permanent enemies, but just permanent interests. In this case, Uhuru's interests and Raila's interests have converged, while Uhuru and Ruto's interests have, how can I put it? They have gone their separate ways. But for Raila and Uhuru, their interests have converged. Ruto and Uhuru's interests, they have diverged. Yes, that's the word I wanted to use. And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, finally, that speech yesterday also exposes William Ruto's lies and hypocrisy. Lies and hypocrisy. When William Ruto is in Western, and I've been studying this, when he is in some parts of Western, he has been talking of how he helped Raila. This is not the first time he's saying that. Sometimes back he was in Busia, and he really caused a lot of excitement there when he told the residents of Busia that when he was with Raila, he made Raila the prime minister. And now that he left Raila, the likes of Kalonzo, Mudavadi, Wetangula, wanamwangaisha Raila too. Yes. So anytime William Ruto is in Western or in the Mulembe nation, he always brings this idea of helping Raila in 2007. I think that's also a deliberate strategy and a very good political strategy, because Ruto largely knows that Raila still has some substantial support in Western. And you know, if you take these Raila supporters back to 2007, then you can get some sympathy from Raila supporters if you remind them of how you stood with Raila in 2007. So that's a clever William Ruto strategy, maybe to identify with some of these Raila supporters in the Mulembe nation. But then it also exposes Ruto's hypocrisy, because the same William Ruto is talking about the infrastructures, mabarabara na mareli, and actually praising those things they've done with Uhuru. But the same William Ruto in other forums actually is castigating Uhuru for putting up mega structures instead of channeling the funds to the hustlers. So you can see here the hypocrisy and the lie. From one side of the mouth, he wants to take credit for the mega infrastructures. But the other side of the mouth, he's discrediting the president for putting money in mega structures instead of channeling direct funds to the hustlers. And then also, again, another hypocrisy is that when Ruto is in Mount Kenya, he paints a picture that is working very well with President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. He cannot talk about what is said there in Western or in parts of Mount Kenya. In parts of Mount Kenya, actually is cheating the masses that they are working well. But in Western, he's saying that Uhuru and Raila have ganged up against him. So that also exposes the hypocrisy of William Ruto. William Ruto is not honest. He's not a very honest politician or leader. That also comes out very, very clearly. So, ladies and gentlemen, as for today, let me leave it there. Just as I did mention when we were starting, if you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very, very first time, kindly subscribe and also give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana. Tamu sana. Yes, tamu.